My name is Daryl.
My name is Robert.
And we've seen Dream Scenario.
I'm pissed. This movie pissed me off. Fuck Jay-Z, fuck Gen Z, and fuck cancel culture.
Damn.
Christopher was really able to capture the insanity that is the hive mind of the internet. Blamed for the feelings of others, ostracized by unfair opinions, and forced to apologize for being. To all the Louis and Jordans, Ginas and Ellens.
Jordan.
To the losers of society.
They say if you dream about losing teeth, someone will die in real life. I must have had a lot of dreams about people dying. Dream Scenario stars Nick Cage, or as my keyboard insists on calling him, Nice Cafe. He worked once with the king of dream movies, David Lynch. In fact, his entire career is a fever dream. Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, Superman, the guy from Moonstruck. I wonder if he has dogs, because he whistles on every consonant. And I imagine that pisses them off. We're going to steal the National Independent document. Oh, that was a lot of fun. There's no way I'd do that again.
Like and subscribe. We're on YouTube. We on the TikToks. We on the Instagram.
All of that.
We're
LinkedIn.
posting. We're seeing crazy movies.
Yes.
And I did a whole new edit, a whole new cut for the clips. Let me know if you'd like that. Daryl liked it. I thought it was weird and I did it. But it was a necessary cut.
Circumcision, if you will. Nah, but Dream Scenario, we kind of left field. This one, we were thinking about something else. We're like, okay.
Mm-hmm. The drama's been on my mind.
There it is.
Big fan of Zendaya.
Dramatic.
Big fan of Robert Pattinson.
It's true.
And they, in interviews, I've been watching the interviews, were saying that if you've never seen any of his movies, watch one of his movies so you get an idea of what you're coming in for.
That's right.
I never even heard of this guy. Done a bunch of shorts. He has like 3 movies, including this one. And I really enjoyed Dream Scenario.
Eat my shorts.
Had no idea what I was coming into at all.
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was about.
I had some idea of it being like Severance or some weird shit like that.
Oh, interesting.
And in certain ways I can make those connections, but I won't right now. What we really want to talk about now, because...
Jennifer Lopez?
I don't even know how you got there, but I ain't mad.
The Dream movie that she was in with Vincent, whatever.
Kingpin.
Yes.
Speaking of, actually, that's a perfect analogy. Yeah. This movie's about dreams. All right. That's at least one of the things going on there.
Phenomenon.
And I don't know. This is such a stupid thing to say out loud, but how big a part of your life do dreams play?
Dude, I don't dream. I don't remember my dreams. If I have a dream, it is very similar to real life, to the point where I wake up thinking that actually happened.
Gotcha.
And then it's like in the middle of the day where I'm just like, that was a dream.
Deja
where like
vu.
something clicks where I was just like, wait, that was a dream. Really weird things. When I was younger, I had like the traditional dreams that people think about where they're not so close to reality.
Yeah.
Like one that I was thinking about was I was going through a maze. Think like Goblet of Fire type maze.
If I have to.
Before I even saw Goblet of Fire, it was one of those mazes. Probably The Shining. Think The Shining maze.
Now we're talking.
There we go.
Thank you.
And just walking through, and just a dead body came out of the hedge and like towards me. And that's all I remember. Dramatic. Look at that gravity.
That was scary.
Yeah.
That was scary.
It came at me the same time. Yeah.
You know, we get a little spooked because it's also that we're doing a 2-man operation today. Mm-hmm, so now when shit like that happens, it's a little spooky. Mm-hmm. Speaking of spooky.
He was here in spirit.
True. Yeah, I have a long history with dreams. Again, another fucking unfortunate sentence. Yeah. Dry dreams.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
What medication you're on?
Dry dreams. Okay, number 1, dry dreams. I've actually never had one of those dreams.
That's a good band name. We're the Dry Dreams.
The Dry Dreams goes crazy.
DD.
You're looking at Dry Dreams.
DD.
Come on, we out here in a theater near you. I'm gonna be weird because I'm gonna just keep it a buck because you know who I am. I used to keep a dream journal.
It's gonna be real wet zone.
I used to actually try to do lucid dreaming on purpose. You know what I mean? Like there's like a way to do that or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was like 20. I was heavily invested in that shit, listening to a lot of Yes and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? I was out here.
And how far did
expanding the mind, if you will. Actually, pretty decently far. Like the idea is you're journaling the random shit that you have dreams about. So you start to learn the architecture of your dreams. Okay. So when you're in one, you know you are. And then when you know you are, you can start manipulating the dream.
But were you able to punch?
Yeah, I was able to punch.
And it felt good?
But here's a lesson to y'all. Sort of a Buddhist lesson.
You don't want to punch.
You find yourself not wanting to punch very much. You can pull out a fucking machine gun. Never once did I lucid dream a machine gun. Didn't even occur to me.
Maybe you couldn't.
Maybe I couldn't. Oh, now again. Shit on me. I will give you the dark side of this shit though, just because this is actually a real thing that happens to me a lot, and I guess it's worth mentioning in this movie. I get a lot of night terrors. Yeah, a lot. I get maybe 3 times a week. I get like
3 times a week.
No bullshit. Like a sleep paralysis thing that I need to like will myself out of. And I do that by being like, oh, I'm in that shit again. I start screaming.
You still don't want to watch Hill House. It's crazy.
No, I'm going to tell the story because it's recent and actually it's really funny. I told you this already, but I was having one maybe a week or so ago where I thought I was just in my room, but you forget that you've already, or you don't know, you've slipped into the dream world already. You feel me? I slipped in. Hey, yo. And I'm looking at my door and there's a figure coming at me and it's like one of those sleep paralysis demons. It might as well have been. A sleep paralysis demon is coming at me. It didn't look like anything. And I just started screaming, fuck you, J. Cole. Fuck you, J. Cole. For no reason. And that woke me up. That served to wake me up.
Dude.
So I want to thank J. Cole because I may not be a fan of your music. I am a fan of the fact that you saved me from that dream in some way. You were my anchor.
I would love a predator alien with his haircut. Like, I would really be down with that. You know what I mean?
You think the community feels the same way?
The predator community?
The black community.
I mean, Jay-Z, I think, stole his whole look. So I think they do.
Controversial. Only hot takes on our scene footage. Take that, Hove.
He's mad about the J thing. You know what I'm saying?
The intro was very funny. All right, I guess we'll be back, right?
We'll be back.
We'll be back. Do you think Nick Cage is a method actor? Do you think he's ever done that? Like gone all the way with that kind of shit?
I don't know. This movie, I was like, what is this movie about? I didn't know what this movie was about.
Truly.
And then all of a sudden, I started getting angry. I started feeling for Nick Cage.
It crept up on you.
What this movie's about. This movie's about all of a sudden a phenomenon occurs where everybody is starting to dream about this character that Nick Cage is playing, Paul. Paul
Matthews.
Everybody's dreaming about him and he starts getting real excited about it. He's hyped. He's like, finally, I could publish this book that I've been wanting to publish about ants and their hive mind.
Relatable.
Right? He's a professor and he teaches, I guess, biology or some bullshit, right?
Some bullshit about
ants, mostly. No, I don't think that's true. But anyway, everybody starts dreaming about him. He gets some fame out of it. And then all of a sudden, things start going real dark.
Yeah.
Real dark.
It's a great story of a person who's like wants that too much that when they finally get famous, they blow it and they're like weird and awkward and like Elon Musk.
No, yeah.
And then, so then things get sour. It gets pretty bad in people's dreams.
No, yeah. It goes from the dreams being him just being there and it being odd because nobody knows who he is.
Right.
And he's a real person. To all of a sudden, he starts being violent.
In the dreams, yeah. But in real life, like he has no say in what these people's dreams are going to be.
Mm-hmm. But then he gets ostracized and blamed for his actions in these dreams. And he starts suffering real life consequences because of other people's dreams.
And we're actually doing a decent job of doing what we're trying to do here, which is like lead it into the conversation of what this movie is obviously dealing with.
Mm-hmm. And
at first I was like, okay, I see it as a loose metaphor, but then it started becoming...
head on.
Yes.
There was a whole... Once it started going south, I was just like, wait a second. Is this a Gen Z movie and how like they behave on
how they deal with older
media?
people? Yeah. Well, first of all, I thought it was first how they interface with the older generations. Their influence is sort of like stifling them or like, you know what I mean? Like ever present in their mind and shit. But then it definitely goes a little further than that.
I felt like the director was able to physically in real life show how people behave and group up on the internet.
Yeah.
And he was able to do
the
that.
hive mind thing. You said it. Yeah, you said it pretty good. And ants. That's the connection you were looking for.
Yeah. What is it? Intelligence. Yeah, dude. His girlfriend from high school stole his whole shit. And all he was asking for was a credit. yo, let me get a producer credit on that.
You really got me thinking of Ether this whole time because of what you said. The shit.
Jay-Z.
And Nas says something just very similar to what you just said there too. That was very sage of you to bring that up randomly. I will say that I have been listening to a lot of Hove. That's number one. Because he just did an interview for New York Times. That's not what I meant to say. I feel like this movie picked a pretty good, reasonable situation for this person where they're canceled and you're like, I think this is fucked up. I think it's irrational.
I think it was a good idea to make him canceled for some supernatural phenomenon.
Something way beyond him.
Completely out of his control. Just to show the ideas that like he wanted to express about how real cancel culture affects people who you are just like, why is this person canceled?
Right.
And it's because they said something on Twitter 11 years ago.
Right.
Or some other bullshit where it was just like Ellen DeGeneres was mean to her coworkers.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, whatever.
She came out too aggressively.
Yeah, it was just like every boss is mean to their workers. Like, I don't know what you're talking about here.
Specific reference that I got, I remember when we were talking about this, because we were nonstop being like, now he really was getting angry, and I felt it too.
I was getting pissed.
Where at the very end, again, spoiler, he ends up with his divorce with his 2 daughters. And he's going to Paris.
Worse than that. His kids hate him. He's divorced.
No, but hold on. I'm making this. You're right, but I'm making the specific connection of those things and the gray beard, and immediately Louis C.K. came to mind.
Louis C.K.
Those things: the Paris, the 2 daughters, the beard.
Oh,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was like it
was like right there.
We were watching Louis.
Great show, by the way. And I said David Lynch. I mentioned David Lynch. The Dreams. Come on, bro.
It has very similarities to the show Louis. And
it does. It has those vibes, yeah.
And also Louis C.K. in real life being canceled.
Does he have anything to do with this movie?
I don't know. Just an influence. Because,
you would have thought we'd look this shit
because
up.
They mentioned Jordan Peterson, who is also canceled for his views on...
I forgot that they actually name checked Jordan Peterson.
On free speech and the trans movement. They mentioned Rogan as well.
And then we were like, did we actually see that in the movie or did we dream it? No. We were watching a YouTube clip of a promo for it that Nick Cage was doing. And they showed that and we're like, wait, was that in the actual movie or did they cut that?
Tell us in the comments because I feel
we're not reliable.
Because I feel like we would have been like, oh shit, they mentioned Rogan. It would have been something we remembered. Yeah. But I feel like they used a different name. And it might have been when we heard Peterson. They might have just been using different names and that like...
Oh, that might have literally been it. You're right.
I think they're just using different like names in that
Buzz
scene.
names.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now the thing that we've been putting off, look, the way we talk about Keanu on this podcast, the way he talks about Shia LaBeouf on this podcast. We love Nick Cage, all right? And we have not watched a Nick Cage movie because we're intimidated.
He's a national treasure.
We're like, we don't want to pick the wrong one because dude, just me alone, I like a shit ton of his movies, and I know you feel the same way about probably even completely different movies. So
I want to watch Face Off again. I remember that being on cable all the time. Remember cable?
And I guarantee that's going to be one of the live ones we do. Guarantee.
It's very good.
Remember that because that's a perfect live event.
There was also, what was it? Man on Fire. That's Denzel. What's one when he's selling guns? I really like that movie.
Lord of War.
Good one.
We can go on for days. Bringing Out the Dead or Scorsese. He did a Scorsese movie.
The one where he's yelling at his hand.
No, this movie would not have happened. It would not have been as... By the way, it was a good movie.
You know why I thought it was a good movie? Because I was getting an emotional response from these scenes. Exactly. I was getting so upset for Nick Cage.
Yeah.
He should not have gone through that. He was a dork and he was pushing to scenarios where he just wanted to publish his paper. He didn't care about the fame. He just saw it as an opportunity to finally get the paper that his girlfriend fucking stole from him out. And then everything just goes south. Like from like 0 to 100, like immediately, where like everybody, all his students love him. Everybody wants his attention. He has a deal with Sprite. He was up and then he wasn't. He has a deal with Sprite.
Drake?
Obama?
Mark Maron?
Yo, my dude, it's crazy.
No, yeah, he was up and then he was down.
Immediately down, where they had group therapy in the school that he was working at. And they
what do you call that? Exposure therapy.
They did exposure therapy. He got framed.
The way he looked at y'all right there.
I was feeling for this guy.
He got framed. Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, my Lord.
Roger Rabbit. No, seriously, fire movie. No, but again, it would not have happened without Nick Cage. He's one of those dudes who's Sometimes the worst thing you've ever seen. But you know what? More often than not, the best. We almost saw Adaptation a long time ago. That's one of my favorite Nick Cage joints. Where he plays twins.
I haven't seen that one. I want to see it.
Great movie. Also, I love Raising Arizona. We were just talking about that. Wild Heart, David Lynch movie. The guy's a Coppola.
No,
he's a Coppola.
No, he's really.
You know what
really
I mean?
good.
That family is divine. That's a divine film family right there.
He kept making he gave his character an odd tick with his face that he was like preparing. He like
Constantly.
His head was like crooked
Constantly.
and like nodding.
You know, Nick Cage just spazzed with that. He just freestyled that shit.
He gave his character interesting ticks and like it just made it more interesting where you just don't want to, you want to pay attention the whole time because you're like, what is he going to decide to do right
That's
now?
right.
It's going to be weird, but it's going to be good.
Yeah, there are movies where he's hokey to a degree that it takes you out, but this one, he was unbelievable.
I said no sad movies, and this was quite a sad movie. We saw a man that was already pretty low.
Yeah.
He had his wife's last name.
But it's not a bummer totally. It has peaks and valleys as far as emotion. So that you're going to laugh, you're going to be mad, he just gave you the whole fucking gamut right there that he ran through.
Oh, tell me what you think. Do you think he deserves it? Actually, I want to know. Do you think he deserved
We'll put that poll up. Did he deserve it?
Did he deserve
that poll
it?
up.
Because he ran towards it, but did he deserve it?
Right.
I don't think he deserved it.
We'll see. As we go into the scoring thing, I will say that I think people, ironically, of a certain generation will find this movie boring and maybe not interesting. I have a sneaking suspicion, Robert, that our particular generation gives us a not unique, but it gives us the Nick Cage look versus the younger generation.
You're talking about my hairline?
Stop. That's hilarious. No, you can do a face-off with John Travolta. It's funny, he did face-off with John Travolta. Also not great hairline. So what are you going to do? A younger generation probably doesn't like this movie that much or thinks the ending is weird, where I think I understood this movie completely. Like it was like complete. I felt every single thing.
I felt like once we got towards like the middle of the movie, it was like a dialogue on Gen Z and a period in America where all these celebrities were canceled.
And again, how they interface and how I'm going to give this movie a 6.9. 6.9.
No, I like this.
Decent movie.
I like this movie a lot.
6.9 is a dreamy number. It's like, kind of like, it goes up and down. You fall asleep doing a 69 sometimes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't fall asleep.
You suffocate?
Have Phoenix Marie holding you up
This guy loves Phoenix Marie. It's crazy.
I don't like what she did to her face, but...
Stop. That's mad funny. So true. That was too real.
I'm going to give this movie 8.8 Phoenix Maries.
Wow.
I really like this movie. I think I would watch this movie again. They was doing some weird like clip type stuff, like dream-esque sequences, transitions that a second time like watching, I would pay more attention to that and realize it more. It has like replayability.
Yeah.
And I thought probably nobody else could have played the character the way Nick Cage played it.
There's no way.
The idea is super interesting.
Yeah. That they never, by the way, spoiler, whatever, they never really investigate all the way. Like, you don't get an answer.
No, you have no idea.
You know what I mean?
And somehow they scientifically are able to do it. So there is an answer in the world because somebody figured it out.
Right. Of course, they monetize dreams. Which, by the way, you want to leave with a nightmare that I still have and that I'm going home with to dream about and wake up screaming about J. Cole in my house? They start putting ads in your dreams, dog.
Ads in your dreams.
Come on now.
And he had to hear it twice.
Do you think about products in your dreams? I've never even thought of this question before.
Products are so low in the caring in my mind that I don't think I've ever
thought of a brand. You know what I mean, right?
It's all about mortality for me.
Sure. But certain products keep you alive.
And that's Sprite.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe you see we've done it again.
We did it.
We've gotten away with it. You have no idea.
We'll change this to weave.
You have no idea the kind of Barnum and Bailey shit that we're doing to make this happen. And I hope you appreciate it.
And if you don't, like and subscribe.
Now you know.
And tell us about that.
Now you know, fart N-word.